Hey guys, we're back with another episode of Taco Imposters for Tuesday, February 25th, 2025. I was just thinking about I'm watching a video by LTT about what is it called? It's about the Xbox. They have an Xbox what's it called? They have an Xbox development. I use stolen software to make a DIY Xbox, Xbox Alpha and 1 and 2 dev kits. And personally, I never liked the original Xbox, because I'm sorry. There's two systems that I always said, name me, and then I thought about it, and there's actually more systems than that. But name me a game other than Halo on the original Xbox, and then on the PSP, it was like, name me a game other than the one that everyone's playing right now, which is what's it, Resident Evil? Nope. Final Fantasy Birth by Sleep, which I beat the shortest campaign of that, because there's three campaigns, and then you get like a true ending, because you get to do the next, the the additional game. Anyway, but yeah, so yeah, I don't really hate the Xbox. I just don't care for it either. I'm like, okay, cool. No, not really. I don't really care. I'm not saying that it's bad or good. I'm just saying that it kind of just is what it is, right? I don't really care. There's nothing on. I like the controller. Even as a kid, I just had the controllers, because the first system I ever had was from my cousins, who gave us their N64, and boy, did I play with my brother. He's older than me. He's an older brother, and oh my gosh, did we play some of the best? Like, we had some of the best video game memories ever playing games on the N64, whether it was Pokemon Snap or Pokemon Stadium or Super Smash Bros. Or Diddy Kong Racing or not Excite Extreme G, or like NBA. Well, he didn't really play NBA Hang Time, but I did. Uh, which is the NBA Jam of the N64. Man, did we have some? Oh, we had bought a few games. We had got Army Men, Sergeant Zeroes 2. We got what else did we get? We got Star Wars Knights of the Old, nope, Shadows of the Empire, and Star Wars Rogue Squadron. Man, did we get some good stuff. And then I borrowed a lot of games from my friend, so I got like these random ass games like 1080 snowboarding, and Ogre Battle, and Mario 64, and Zelda Ocarina of Time, and Majora's Mask, and oh my gosh, that was my favorite. That is still to this day my favorite system ever. It is so good. It's up there with the PS2 is up there in the top 10, but it's not. I don't know. Maybe it's top five. But yeah, it's so good. Like, it's so good. I love that system with a passion. And I was thinking about because I saw a short that was about a guy who's like, he had magical powers, and he's like, pew, and he made the Sega Genesis smaller, right? Sega Genesis Mini or Classic, whatever it's called. Then he did it with the Super Nintendo and NES. Then he goes to the PlayStation, and he goes, pew, and then it's just a bunch of garbage. He goes, hey, what happened? Oh, don't you remember how bad that thing was? Oh yeah, this is quite representational of the quality of this thing. Like, yeah, because it was bad. Because okay, I was taking a shower just now, and I'm thinking to myself in the shower, I was like, well, okay, look, you know what the problem is with the PlayStation Classic? The problem with the PlayStation Classic is, like everybody said, two things. One, the emulation is garbage, like just bad. The hertz were wrong, and 60 and 50 and 50 and 60, whatever. It was PAL basically instead of North America, I think, for everybody. And some games just didn't run very well. That was one. Two, except for maybe like Metal Gear Solid and Gran Turismo and a few other games, there weren't games that everybody would have played, right? And that's the problem. With every other system, you can fit maybe 10 games that every single person played. Like, everybody. 5 to 10 games that every single person who owned this played. Now, not necessarily owned, but played. Go to NES and you played your Marios, you played your Zeldas, you played your Duck Hunts, you played your, what else? Donkey Kongs, you played your, what else is there? What else is there? That kind of stuff, right? It's all that kind of stuff. Like, the very, simple, like, yeah. Your Metroids, that kind of stuff. Your Kirby's, that kind of stuff, right? You go to Super Nintendo and everyone played, like, somehow found a way to play Zelda, Link to the Past. They played like Mario World. They played Donkey Kong Country. They played Pilot Wings. They played, you go to your N64. Everybody played Mario 64. Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, Zelda, Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask. What else? You know what I mean? Like you could pick those games and make it out to be, they've played them. With that, everybody had a different experience with playing PlayStation. So you couldn't find 5 to 10 games that every single person played. It's just not. Their experiences are completely different, right? It just is. I'm sorry. You got your Tony Hawk Pro Skaters and your Metal Gear Solid and your Final Fantasy VII, but other than that, you don't have 5 to 10 games that you could say every single person who owned the PlayStation 1 played these games. Which there's nothing wrong with that per se, but I'm just saying the problem is that you can't find those games that every single person who owned a PlayStation played. So I was thinking, I asked a bunch of people on something called the No Swear Gamer, I think it's called. That's the YouTube channel, and he has a Discord, and I'm like, okay, I asked people in the section for PlayStation 1, and I was like, hey, what games should I play in PS1? Because I want to emulate them, right? So I don't have the what do you call it? I don't have to find the games, right? I don't have the struggle to find the games. I can just emulate them. And I remember one game that I played I didn't play, sorry, that I watched a review by Mike Matei when he was doing the movie, right? When James was doing the nerd movie, which actually didn't turn out to be a very good movie. I watched it in 2015. I thought it was, or 16, whatever it was. I thought it was just decent. It was okay. It's kind of bad. It's not great. And also, the stuff that came out of when he was doing stuff when he was filming the movie was kind of garbage. A lot of it was good, but some of it was just, you get the, what do you call him, guy? What's his name? Inspector Gadget playing Minecraft with Mike Matei, and he's like, Miney Crafty, poopy doopy, and stupid stuff like that. Or the Elmo one where he's like, Dookie on a poopy and a poop all over you and shat all over. I don't know, just a bunch of garbage for the review of the Elmo and Grassland. Anyway, it was very vulgar and very crude. But anyway, my point there was that he made a video of playing. It was a review of playing It was basically the sheepdog, and it was like Sam the sheepdog and Ralph the coyote, and it was like when they would do the sheep episodes or sheep shorts for Looney Tunes. And I thought that game was pretty good. I was going to say amazing, but I realized I've never played it, so I don't know if it's actually great, but it looks really good. And then the other good game, that's a good game on that. And then the other good game is Spider-Man 1. I hear that that's a good game. The first Spider-Man game on PlayStation 1 and GameCube, that era. But it's also on PlayStation 2, I believe. Or you can play it on PlayStation 2, maybe. All I know is that the second one for that game, what do you call it? What's it called? Oh my gosh. For the no, I was going to say Star Wars. For Spider-Man, it's actually ridiculously good. At least from what I hear. I hear it's actually amazing. Fantastic, you know what I mean? Oh boy. Fantastic. You know what I mean? At least that's what I hear. I have no idea if he's actually that good. I just know that, I just know that it's, half decent. So, at least as far as I can. So, but yeah. So that's an amazing game. Then the Grand Theft Autos, the original Grand Theft Autos, were okay on PS2. Not on PS1, but PS2 because they weren't on or maybe there's some on PS2, but they weren't the 3D ones, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah. Yeah, yeah. So, so yeah, I don't know. I just, that's a problem with it. Not to say that it's good or bad. I'm just saying it kind of is what it is. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, cool. Just kind of. That's kind of the problem with what do you call it? Having in 64. No. Nope. The fudge. What's it called? PS1 Classic. So. Not that there's anything really wrong with it. It's a decent thing. I remember, I don't know if you know the YouTuber Izzy Nobra, but he made a video once where he's like, yeah, I found them for $10 Canadian. This is in Canada, so this is Canadian. $10 Canadian in a, because I think it was $99.99 too. I think it was something ridiculous, $100. Something stupid like that. It was stupidly expensive. But he found it for $10 Canadian in a bin at Canadian Tire, and he was like, this is stupid. And then it went from super high price to nobody gives a hoot about it. It's dead, and it didn't ever do well. Now, apparently you can hack it, and it's really good for PS1 games, but I think you play other things too on it, so I don't know. All I know is that it didn't do well, and that people complained that the library game list was kind of garbage. And then everybody was waiting for either a um, Game Boy Classic or an N64 Classic, and I think when Reggie Fils-Aimé was still CEO of Nintendo America, he was like, "It's not happening. We're not doing one, or don't count on one," kind of thing. But he also made a like little reference to maybe we will, but don't count on it. So everyone was like, "Ooh, maybe." And then they got a patent for a P. Nope, sorry. They got a patent for a N64 controller in like 20. I want to say like 2018, 2019, somewhere in there. And people were like, "Oh, they're gonna make one. They're gonna make one." No, the best they gave us was those Mario and Zelda Game and Watches. Which the Mario one is, I think, is a waste of money unless you can find it for super cheap. And I own the I said it last episode. I own the Zelda one, and it's good. I say that it's worth the money if you're gonna find it for the. I think it's $60. Yeah, I think it's good. I said, like I said last episode, I regret putting a headphone jack into it because I never use a headphone jack, and it's so quiet now. I used to be able to put it on like three, now I have to put it all the way up if I want to hear it without headphones. But yeah, um, yeah. So those were good, and I'm surprised they didn't make any other ones. Kirby's anniversary was a year after the Zelda one, so people were kind of like, "Oh, we're gonna have a Kirby one, or put a what do you call it? Put a friggin' man, Metroid, or I said this last episode, Metroid or Kirby or Metroid or Kid Icarus or I don't know something. Give us something, but no, might be rights somehow, and they don't want to get the rights and stuff. I don't know. Although we can emulate virtually everything on handheld consoles, so just give us some other good one. Give us the I don't know the N64 Zelda games or the N64 Mario games or I don't know, just I don't know, right? Just give me something. Just give me something. I like I don't know, give me something on either N64 or Game Boy or I don't know, because they didn't really make Game Boy stuff. Oh well, they had actually never mind. They had what's it called? I'm dumb. They had what do you call them? Oh my gosh, Link to the Past, Link Between Worlds. Nope, Link's Awakening. So, which is fine, I guess. I don't know. I don't really care. It's fine. It's a good game. It's the original, not the XD one, which is kind of but okay. The XD adds one dungeon and it's all in color. That's it. It's not like super super different. So, well, yeah, give me something new. I don't know. Frig, we can emulate. I can emulate what's it called on my phone. So come on. I can emulate. What's it called? Oh my gosh. What's it called? Oh my gosh. What's it called? Oh my gosh. GameCube on my phone. So I can emulate GameCube on my phone. So I don't think it's that much of a you know crazy hard thing to emulate. Come on. I have a Pixel 6. When I got a Pixel 6, it's like, oh, I can actually emulate because I was not able to do it on my Galaxy S7. So, but yeah, I mean, look, people, I find it kind of dumb that they don't really. I don't know. They're not going anywhere else with it, like at all in any way, shape, or form. I'm like, this is stupid. Not that it's terrible, but it's definitely like, what? Excuse me. I don't know. I find it kind of dumb, but okay, cool, whatever. I don't really care. I'm like, sure. Other than like, you make a new one, I don't really care. You can emulate anything. It doesn't have to be handheld. I'm just saying, to me, handheld works. I guess I don't know. I like handheld. That's why. I'm a handheld kind of guy. You know what I mean? I'm a kind of guy who would like handheld gaming. Very much a handheld gamer. So, but we just were what we. It is what it is. I don't really really care. So yeah, not that it's good or bad, but just kind of is what it is. Cool. You know what I mean? It's kind of like okay, cool, whatever. I don't really care. It is what it is. Do I care? Not really. Is Nintendo going to make me anything good that I like? No, of course not. I mean, I'm glad they're making the Switch 2 backwards compatible. So if I buy a Switch 2, or if I'd like a Switch 2, I don't end up with like I don't end up being screwed and being like, well, all your games don't work because whatever. Because that was a dumb thing about it. Why didn't you make it the same form factor as the 3DS? Then we could have saved so much time and saved us. We could have backwards compatible. No, no, because you know what the problem was. You know what the problem was? The problem was that they were like so done. They're like so like, no, I'm done. I'm done. I'm so done. They were like, we're done with the 3DS. 3DS is dead. Let's get on with our life, which is fair. I mean, I don't blame them. They finally get rid of it because like they were holding on for dear life for the longest time, and then they just went, no, we're done. I'm like, okay, good. Because look, let's be honest here. They were just holding on for dear life because like unlike because the PSP had the same general thing where it was like, oh yeah, which was, hey, it's going on forever, right? But that's everybody else who kept it going on, not not what do you call it? Not Sony. This is the opposite. This is Nintendo trying to keep it alive, and Sony just being sorry, and everybody else being like, Nintendo, it's dead. Move on. Except for Pokemon, which I thought you have to keep Pokemon on a 3DS, which you don't. But anyway, at least not anymore. They had 2 games, 3, 4, 5 or so games on 3DS, so I don't really care. But I mean, in my opinion, you it's like I don't know. Look, right? In my opinion, it's very much like it's like whatever. Look, they were keeping it alive forever, okay? So at least they kind of knew what they were. Well, kind of at least like accepted. Like, yeah, no, look, the 3DS is dead now. We're gonna make it dead. I'm like, okay, good. Because what else was there for the 3DS? They made a 3DS, new 3DS, and that was kind of good. And I gave my, well, I was gonna say because I got my brother a 3DS XL, and he was like, "Why would you ever use anything smaller than this? The 3DS is absolutely tiny in comparison. It's like when you hold it, then when you go back to any phone, before like iPhone 6 era, or sorry, 6 Plus era, where it's like, wow, everything is just too small. The iPhone 5 is like an actual, like literal grain of rice. It's so small. It's so tiny. My Pixel 6 I am holding right now. Because the first phone I ever got that was big was my mother's iPhone 6. It was 6 Plus, not a 6S Plus. And I was like, wow, this is humongous. Then the first one I ever owned that was big was a Samsung Galaxy S7 Edge. Then I got an S7. Then I got a Pixel 6. And holy moly macaroni is this thing massive. It's massive. But it's great because it's so big and it's got a nice big screen and it's got just almost almost bezel-less and it's great. It's definitely modern because before that I had the S7 Edge S7 and you could tell it was like almost 10 years old. Like it was actually crazy how long I owned that phone for. I got it in 2019, so it's already 5 years old or 3 years old, 3 or 4 years old, and then I ended up using it all the way up until 2024, and I was like, "Cheese Louise, this is incredibly expensive." Oh, sorry, not expensive, big. Sorry, big, incredibly big, and also incredibly old and incredibly slow, and the battery life was incredibly bad, and it was just all this thing culminating to make it out to be a bad experience. I remember that because it would really, not that this doesn't freeze in the cold. It's just that thing wouldn't even last 5 minutes in the cold. This would last at least a few minutes in the cold. At least in my opinion, this is a great phone. I love this phone. I found it. I found an iPhone. Not an iPhone. Pixel 9, so a brand new phone for $500 and something dollars. Like, wow, I think 560 Canadian. I'm like, wow, that's good. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna buy it. Yeah, but yeah. So in my opinion, the Pixels. Because I was thinking about a thing too, where I saw a video by Carter PCs, right? And he was talking about how everybody keeps comparing iPhones. Like iPhones are so much better than Androids. Well, yeah, you're comparing them to the literal garbage Android phones that are out there. You have to compare them to the actual flagship Android phones, which are Samsung, OnePlus, Nothing, and Google. Those are the four like big people that everybody knows and goes, these are good, high quality flagship phones. Otherwise, you're just comparing them to the garbage, and yeah, of course, your iPhone's gonna be better. They're like 10 billion times better than these garbage things. Some random ass Chinese phone you've never heard of from like some brand you never heard of, you know? So yeah. So I'm thinking like, yeah, the only phones anybody knows in Android are Samsung and Google. And you just pick one of the two. Samsung, Google, Samsung, Google, Samsung, Google, Samsung, Google, Samsung, Google. That's it. I got my Google Pixel 6 for $150 Canadian on Facebook Marketplace. So it was like really good. Like I got a good, and I've gotten so many cases for it. I got a leather case. I got one that looks like a cassette tape. I got a clear one to put a Fuji Instax film into it. I got this one right now, which is on there now, which is it's a Nokia 3310. I have it on my iPhone SE. Man, did I love that SE? Gosh, man, that was a great phone. Probably one of my favorite phones I ever owned. Because you think about phones, you go, wow, what were good phones? And like the SE was, mwah, like so good, like so good, so good, mwah, mwah, so good, so good. Yeah, that was a good phone. The jump from the SE to the uh S7 was actually a really good jump, and it was a really good phone. I made if you go back to on my if you go on my YouTube channel and look for it's not a great because the music is awful in it. Like I have to do music better. But if you go and watch the Botanical Gardens video I made, the vloggy video thing I made, the like promotional video looking thing, that was made on a Samsung Galaxy S7 Edge with no gimbal, no nothing, just no mic, just plop it in, that's it. And now that I'm looking to get a Fujifilm X-T200, I'm gonna get actually like good stuff. Now I might have to upgrade. I might have to get a gimbal because I have a gimbal for those for the S7 Edge. Not for apparently this phone, the Google Pixel 6 is too big and too heavy. It just like doesn't even want to stay up, which is weird because the 7 Edge works on there. But okay. Anyway, that's beside the point. I don't really care. Um, actually, you know what I should do? I should probably go and try and what do you call it? Not update. What do you call it? Reset one of my phones so I can have all the space I want. I'm gonna do that actually. You know what? I'm gonna go see what's on my S7, right? My Galaxy S7, and see if I can go and delete, like, reset it to see if I can make room to actually use it for stuff, for vlogs and stuff for a while. Cause I'll use it for vlogging camera with my gimbal. Cause I have a gimbal for it, but. So let's see. Let's go see. Let me go see. Let me go see. I should go see what I can do. Because I think I should. Honestly, like, what else? What's on here? Because I might need to get another external hard drive. They're actually much cheaper than when I bought them. Also, even then, though, I bought them at a stupid price. Yeah? So, I did. I bought them at a stupid price, yeah. Which is dumb. I didn't think of that. Like, I paid $80 for 1 terabyte. My mother is looking to get a hard drive. I mean, yeah, I know you shouldn't get used hard drive, but get a used hard drive on Facebook Marketplace it's 2 terabytes for $40. So she's getting double for half the price. But anyway, yeah, so yeah, I mean, yeah. So let's see if I got this. So big jump. So for me at least it was a big jump. Like I've gotten because I'm like one of those people who does the big jumps for phones. Not like I'm not an every year guy. I cannot afford every year. To me that's insane. To the people who buy a phone every year just blows my mind because I'm like, how do you afford a phone every single year? And they're just like, well, I sell the phone that I have, and I got the next one. And I sell the thing I have, and I get the next one. Like I sell another thing, and I get another next. I'm like, oh, okay, that makes sense. Although none of the phones that I have would be worth, I don't know. My SE, I guess I could have sold my SE to get the next phone 7 or something, but I didn't care. I liked my SE for so long. I kept it for like 16, 17, 18, 19. I got it for 4 years. I had it for 4 years, and it's actually like legitimately it was so good. I loved that phone so much. I thought it was one of the greatest phones I've ever owned. I didn't like the 5, to be honest. I thought the 5 was good, and like I played around with all the little gizmos and gadgets and like little software stuff. I was like, oh yeah, whatever. But I didn't really care. Look, let's go into files and see if there's any files in here that I need. Because honestly, at this point, I haven't used this in forever. Let me just reset this phone. I'm serious right now. I don't really care. I don't really care. It's 64 gigs. No, I only have 59. But anyway, but seriously, like I don't really care. Like what are there like pictures and such? What? Like what's in here that's really important to me? So yeah, what they're gonna say. God dang it. Yeah. So personally, look, I don't really care. Now, no, you know what? Goodbye time. Reset time. I don't even care. Yes, I have some things in here, but they're basically all things that I could probably have just used on other phones. Yeah, that I have on other places. So it's not like I need to. I'm gonna look for reset. So yeah, I like my phones. So people, well, I mean, a lot of people who get it every year are people who buy phones all the time. So, oh, sorry, review phones all the time. So, so yeah, they review phones all the time. So they're like in a state of like, oh, I have to buy the newest phone. I have to buy the next phone. I have to always. I'm like, okay, cool, good for you. Yeah, okay, cool. Go back. Gosh darn it! How do I reset the phone? Oh, you know what? I might have to do. No, 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 no. Maybe I might have to do the thing where you go like this. I think it's up and down. I think it's down and, or is it like this maybe? I'm trying to figure out how to like. God dang it! I'm trying to figure out how to reset a phone. I know you can do it. There's a way to do it. I know there is. No, I want to reset the darn phone. There we go. Normal boot. Factory reset. Warning: erases all data and applications. Done. I've reset this phone. Recovery booting. Yep, I've reset this phone now. Crazy, huh? That's insane. Everything on there is gone. I need it for one thing, but I don't think I need it for anything super crazy. Yeah, I mean, hey. I mean, look, it's erasing everything. That's crazy. That's absolutely insane. Like, it's gone. For 19, 20, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. 6 years. 19 to 20, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. 5 years. 5 years. That's insane. It's absolutely crazy how long I had that phone for. I had the other one for about 3 years. 4 years. The one I had for about 5 years. Man. I own phones for a long time. And also, the only problem with this phone is the charging port was broken, so I had to pay another $150 for it. So I paid 200 and I think maybe $300 anyway. So for me, I was just like whatever. But the guy said, hey, you're still paying less than buying a new phone, and you're probably gonna have this phone for another 5 years. And I went, really? Like, yes. No, seriously. Like, not joking. Like, seriously. Like, that is legitimately what's probably gonna happen. I'm like, wow. Okay, cool. So for me, I'm glad I own this phone now. Because I'm looking for a new phone, as in like a newer Pixel, so I can give this one to either my mother or my father. Both of them aren't crazy with phones, right? They're like, yeah, my dad's like, oh, but I like my phone. You're not taking my phone away. I'm like, but Dad, your phone doesn't work. You're on an iPhone 6. You're like worse than me. Your phone came out in 2015. No, 14. Sorry, because it's not an iPhone 6s. It's an iPhone 6. So it came out in 2014. That's almost that's 11 years ago. Like, come on, Dad, you needed a phone. And he's like, no, I don't. Yeah, you do. Please, Dad, please, just get a new phone. And he's like, no, I will not. Get a new phone. I will not. I like my phone. But then you'll complain to me every so often and say, why does my phone not work? Why can't I download this app? What's wrong? Why can't I? It's like, well, you know why you can't? You know why you can't? Because guess what? It's so old. It's not even funny how old it is. He's like, well, but I like my phone. Good for you. I don't care if you like your phone. Your phone doesn't work. He's like, don't complain to me when it doesn't work. And I'm like, and he's like, you know, attitude. I'm like, no offense, but sorry, man. I'm explaining to you why your phone doesn't work. And he's like, I'm like, well, get a new phone. He's like, no. I'm like, don't complain to me. Don't come to me when you need help with something that why your phone doesn't work. Because it's too old. He's like, it's like, yeah, no, yeah, no, yeah. So yeah. Anyway, but yeah, I'm probably gonna get either a 7, 8, or a 9. You know, because I have a 6. Or my parents will take a 7, 8, or 9. But yeah. So that phone is being reset right now. That's crazy. Everything I ever used for like 5 years is gone. It's gone. That's okay though. Things have to be erased. Things have to reset. Things have to start over. You know. It was something like, if I'm not mistaken, it was a quote by Matthias. It was a quote by Matthias that said that was the quote was, oh gosh, the quote was, "There's no moving forward without change." Something like that. You can't move forward if you don't change. And I'm like, okay, cool. Or start over. Sometimes you gotta start over. Sometimes you gotta change. I don't know. That is kind of true when you think about it. Because you can't just stay in the same place and move forward. I mean, you can, but something somewhere always has to change. So yeah, like yeah, I guess he's correct, but in my opinion, sometimes I'm like, you change sometimes too much, Mr. Matthias. But yeah, I mean, I guess I can see what you mean. You're trying to say that like, without change, nothing, or sorry, without change, you can't really move forward. Kind of just, whoopsies. Trying to put something up here that will stay up. Come on! Oh my god, this is garbage. This is actual garbage. Come on. Come on! Go up! Okay. What the? I broke something, didn't I? I think I did. Yeah. You know? So yeah. You know? I'm like, I get what he's saying. I don't 100% agree with him, but I get what he's saying. So that phone is resetting. Interesting. Wow. Crazy. Can't wait for it to be reset to get 32 gigs of storage back so I can do a lot of vlogging stuff. But yeah, so, oh no, don't tell me that never charged. Probably didn't. I got 2 new cameras, okay? Oh, sorry, got a new camera, and it doesn't work properly. It's kind of sad. I'm like, oh no. You know, I'm like, oh no. Why? But I can use the, what do you call it? I can use the, oh my gosh. I can use the lens that I got. So, it's not that big a deal. I mean, it's not good. I wouldn't say I would, like, want it to, but and not be able to use it because I want film cameras. And my other film camera I like with my SLR, with my manual SLR, not my automatic SLR, is also broken. When I advance the film, it just goes back and takes a, like, opens the shutter and takes a photo. I'm like, oh, you suck. And yeah, it's terrible, but what are you gonna do? I have other cameras that will work there. But if I'm getting a, what's it called, digital camera anyway, why am I bothering worrying about all this stuff? I'm getting a digital camera. I don't need film camera anymore. Films for film and films for, not losers, but films for, like, I'll just get a really good point and shoot. You know, I'll either keep my Ricoh or I'll use my Hymatic S7 II, S7i. And other than that, I'll just never really use film again. Like, I'll never, like, sit there like I did last year and the year before, spending, like, not even joking, spending hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars a year. Hey, there you go. English. Here you go. Start. Agree. I agree to the terms and conditions. And no one reads. Biggest lie ever is I agree to the terms and conditions. That nobody reads. So yeah, I don't really need it to be on the, really? Yeah, I know that. Skip. Okay, why don't you give me the option to skip if really you want me to go to... Well, I don't get it. That drives me nuts, but okay. I think it's kind of stupid, but okay. I don't know. What for you? What are you doing? So yeah, fine. Give me this internet. I think that's correct. Might not be correct. I think it is though. Anyway, yep, I think it is. Yeah, I could go. So yeah, in my opinion, these cameras are kind of eh. One's a Himatic, one's a Vivitar 220 SL, and one's a Minolta 450 Si. And I like both of them. They're great. But the problem is now it's like, well, I gotta figure out how to. Anyway, it's. Uh, I can use the lenses for both of them though. One's technically because Sony bought the like camera lens division, and they had the same mount, so it's the Sony. Well, they had cameras with the same mount, the Sony A mount, and then the other one's the for the Minolta when they bought Minolta in 2006, and then the Vivitar one is Vivitar, and yes, it is Vivitar, the like terrible kids like fake, like iPhone and iPad and Apple Watch brand. Yes, they have universal screw mount M42 universal screw mount lenses, and both of them have adapters for X mount for Fuji. So I'm like, I'm fine. You know what? Because I bought a new zoom lens, and I'm like, okay, look, this is dumb. Although I paid like nothing for it, so I should really look into like getting one of those like pancake 50 millimeter lenses, where because that's what everybody gets. It's like a kit lens, right? Usually, so that's what they usually start with. I'm like, oh, cool. Do they now? And it's like, yeah, that's what people told me. They're like, you can get a really cheap lens for it. I'd probably go to my local camera store and say, hey, what's a good lens for like this camera that's under like $300 or 1,000, because you can buy like lenses more that are more expensive than the camera. I'm like, no, thank you. I do not want to spend that much money. I don't. I just don't. I'm sorry. So yes. In my opinion, I feel like code. I got a code where on the recovery thing. Oh, verification app. Okay, we got my verification app. Authenticator is that? Nope, that's Microsoft one. I don't want that one. I want the Google one. This one. And it would be for the email, and it would be email. Cool. Good. Oh no, I just changed when I entered in. Nope, we're good. We're good. Yeah. So, yeah. So yeah, this phone, not yet done, but so yeah. Let's see. Let me check. Once it gets to the home screen, I'm going to check if it. Because I had a Google Pixel skin too on my phone. Yeah, I do. It didn't look like a Pixel. Yeah. Because the Pixel came out, what, 20. I want to say 2016, 20. Around there. I think that's correct. And so for me, I was like, oh, cool. Don't restore. Don't restore. Don't give me the backup. Don't give me the backup. No, because the whole point of this is I'm trying to. Toronto, February 28th at 1:46. February 25th, 2025. Tuesday, February 25th, 2025 at 1:46 p.m. Yes. Now, can you just like protect your phone? Use fingerprint, yes, please. Yes, I know that. They're gonna ask me to set it up. Pattern would be this one again. Yeah, I don't care. Yes. Continue. Confirm. Yes. I'm sorry, but man, this is really kind of terrible. This what do you call it? Is kind of terrible. This fingerprint scanner is terrible, just like the other one I have up there for the S7 Edge. Man, this is the S7. That's the S7 Edge. So yeah, I should have added one. Oh well. I just want. Medium and worthy. Cool. Okay, sure, next. Cool, accept. I just want to get to the freaking home screen already. I'm getting to the point where, sure, I don't care. Just give me the home screen. Yeah, I know that there's nothing in there. Next. Skip. Skip. Got it. And boom. You're at the home screen. Okay, I hate this sound. I have to go to sounds. I'm sorry. I hate this with a passion. I have to do two things in the settings. I have to check what my background is. Sorry, not background. What my storage is and what the sounds. I'm gonna turn off the sound of vibrations and. Oh, I hate it. I hate. I'm sorry. I'm gonna tell you right now. I hate. I hate volume. I hate. Sorry. Keyboard sound. Like when we can make like a tick 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 tick. There. Now. A picture's worth 1,000 words. Blah blah blah. Yada 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 yada. Yeah. I'm just looking for see what the storage is at. Come on. Really? It's gonna take you that long to get to storage? Come on, really? I just want to know if I have all 32. Or maybe not 32, but like 30, whatever, you know? So yeah, let's see. Come on. There you go. I want to know storage. 100% battery. 100% excellent. Optimized storage. Memory storage. I had 21 gigs free. Really? You've taken 10 gigs? Wow. I have nothing on this, so I should really get almost everything. Which is fair. I should. Yeah, 10 gigabytes are used of the 32. That's fine, I guess. If I have enough. Oh, you know what the other thing is? For modes, right? And effects is this. Okay, so effects is this way. Modes is this way. Or modes is this way and effects is this way. Yeah, no, I want mode. Because there's a pro mode. See? That's the other thing about this phone. This phone has pro mode. And I got all the things I can change and all the things I can do and all the things I can have. Okay, cool. So you know what? I'm going to do that. I'm going to have... And this phone screen still looks, like, fantastic. Like, it looks wonderful. Like, so good. No. Not having that. There. You sound long and loud. So yeah, let's get rid of it. There you go. So yeah. I don't know, guys. I think it's gonna be it for now, guys. What else there's to say? I mean, that's pretty much all I've done, right? What do I have here? No, I'm moving the email out. I'm never gonna use it as a home screen as a phone again. So put the camera. There, cool. I think it's pretty good. I have the store and I have the Google apps. I don't want the Google apps anymore. I don't need them. Yeah, I don't need them. Put the store over here. So yeah, I think it's gonna be it for now, guys. So if you want to get in touch with me, there's the two Discords. Or there's the email, tacoimposters@gmail.com. That's tacoimposters@gmail.com. So, what else is there? Tacoimposters@gmail.com. Then there's the, what else is there? What else is there? What else is there? There's the, what else is there, man? So yeah. What else is there? Oh my gosh. Oh, there's the two Discords. Uh, then if you want to, oh, okay. Well, whatever, really now. Then there's the then there's also my merchandise. If you want my merch, which is on Etsy. If you want my music, which is on both on every streaming service, all streaming services, and on iTunes. If you want to buy it. There's also and then there's also now my website. So yeah, I think that's gonna be it for now, guys. So adios, mi amigos.